Well, we keep hearing that the consumer is making a comeback. The evidence, though, mostly anecdotal. But Sageworks doesn't do rumors. They dig deep into data of hundreds of industries to find out what's really going on. And CEO Brian Hamilton says it's been a good time to be an accountant or own a bar, or some weird combination of the two if possible. Brian Hamilton joining us now from Raleigh, North Carolina. Brian, welcome to the program. We hear it.
Hey, Brian, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you, and maybe I'm doing a little better than the consumer, even though we hear that retail is up. MasterCard's numbers, 5.5% gain at least for them. But your data says everything is not necessarily up.
Well, here's what's happening. People are shopping at the big box retailers. No question about it. They're trying to save money. But, Brian, look at the 26 million businesses that are privately held in those retail companies, and they're not doing well. The word there is flat, 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 or the words are flat, flat, flat. Their sales are not going up.
So the mom and pop stores continue to struggle while the bigger national chain, generally a publicly traded corporation, continues to do well because I would imagine they've got pricing power and can discount.
No question. Now, here's the big issue, and I don't know if you want to get into it, but remember, 70% of new jobs are created by the mom and pops or the privately held companies. So until their sales go up, the employment numbers are looking, not too great.
Yeah, let's talk about where there is some strength, because yesterday I promised our viewers that we would have a little bit of good news. Just a little bit.
Okay.
You've got some. If you're going to be an accountant, right, if you own a bar, things are looking pretty good. Tell us why and tell us what else is up.
Well, the guys that are doing well, Brian, are the recession-proof businesses, offices of physicians, accountants. Believe it or not, automobiles starting to kick up, but that's a left-handed compliment, Brian, because it was so bad last year. But if you're in sort of a bread and butter business, you're probably doing okay. The numbers look good. One other thing, too, and, we got to end the year on a positive note, right? Even though the code word for this year is flat, it's much better than last year when things were really a mess and they were tanking. So the trend is good, especially in those industries.
Yeah, let's try to find a little more positive, too, and that is, I guess more people are going back to school, but they're going back to trade schools, right? Maybe a little bit easier to get a plumber or an electrician next year.
Right. Well, that might be tied to the economy, right? They're trying to refine their skills so they can get jobs, probably.
All right. Now, unfortunately, we do have to walk through the stuff that is not doing as well, because that's, fair and balanced on the downside, too. And still, housing and anything related to housing pretty much stinks.
Yeah, definitely. Brian, it's a great point. It's so important to remember in this economy, this recession has been real estate driven. I won't guess your age if you promise not to guess mine, but in our generation, you could kind of count on prices going up in the real estate sector. But that's not happening anymore. The party's over. The real estate portion of our economy has been driving this recession. And don't forget how many businesses are related to real estate. For example, there's 1 million construction firm companies in the U.S., and they are having big problems. Residential building, big problems. Home furnishings, big issues. There's so many businesses tied to real estate. So until that really rebounds, and we've got sort of mixed data on that, Brian, it doesn't look too good. All
right. Brian Hamilton, CEO of Sageworks, digging deep into the data. Be an accountant, go get your plumbing degree, or open a bar. Brian.
And Brian, keep your snow up in the Northeast, okay?
We will try our best. We can't get it off our streets, so I guess we have to keep it. Brian Hamilton.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you very much.